You hungry, bud? Yeah, Bud's hungry.
Owen cooked us a nice, great dinner. He'll say we did it, though.
Thanks, Owen.
I think everybody's happy they're eating, so anytime everybody's got food in their mouth, they're happy, right? Taco night was a success, I'd have to say. It's about 4:30 in the morning. My internal clock is changing with the weather, so been getting up about 4 o'clock, doing my morning soak in the hot tub and thinking about what we're gonna do for the day and contemplating life in general, but it's always a good thing, I think. So we're back to doing that, waking up really early and basically just trying to get ahead for the day. I like to do that. It's been a couple months since I've been getting up early like this. Back to got to get in the cycle, get ready for the wintertime routines where we actually get up about, you know, on average we're getting up around 2 a.m. So nice and peaceful this morning. Just a slight breeze. And today we're gonna go down and work with Brent for a little bit. He's got a job at the water district with the crane. So they're gonna be pulling up about 600 feet of pipe from a well that's basically, it's around 500 to 600 feet down. So they've got about 25 sticks of pipe to pull with the crane. Big pipe too, it's about 5-inch pipe, so that should be pretty interesting. We're gonna get Sadie and Bud fed here in a minute. You hungry, Bud? Bud hungry? Yeah, Bud's hungry. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna get things going here, and we'll check back in here in a couple hours. What are you doing, Sadie? Well, I know some people don't like my food, but I gotta show it. So this is breakfast for today. Look in here. It's got egg, bacon, and a pico for a quesadilla, breakfast quesadilla. On our way down to Crowley, I figured I'd stop and look at the old Mammoth Mountain rope tow here. It's a monument. It's kind of cool. Here it is right here. That's the part of the cable system, looks like. The old Mammoth Mountain rope tow here. And you can see over this way, Crowley, nice and glassy on the lake. See a bunch of boats over here on the north side of the lake. Looks like they're probably catching some fish right there. It's probably about 65 degrees, nice and cool. Just a really pleasant day so far. We're gonna go check on Brent. He's pulling a well down there for the water district. So I wanted to see if I could get a couple clips of him running the crane down there. I was gonna get these little monuments here, but looks like they need to be refurbished. Can't quite hardly read them. So here's the well site here. They're gonna pull all this pipe. They're rigging up right now. This is the piece that goes on top.
With the crane, you have 9,000 pounds per part of line. So if we put the block on, we can run the cable back up to the boom. We have 2 parts of line, so we get 18,000 pounds of capacity out of the rope. And then if we go over one of the pulleys and come back down, now we get 27 and it just builds.
Okay.
So we can get 63,000 pounds of capacity out of this block.
How much are we saying that you think it weighs?
The well we think weighs somewhere around 12.5 to 14,000.
And that's with the water that's in the pipe?
The water inside the pipe, the electrical, the pump on the bottom, and the pipe itself.
Got it.
And maybe a little drag because of electrical stuff that's coming up too. So
nice.
It's heavy. And we have about 18,000 pounds, give or take, from my center of rotation to the well. So we have a little extra. We're not
maxed out.
With 2 parts of line.
And those pins hold it on the roller there.
The pins keep it from flopping around.
Yeah, keeps it on the
off
track.
Of the shiv that we are attaching it to. If I fit in that, I think I'm going to fit in here.
Yeah, that might be true.
And the hook rotates, so it'll be easy. Okay. And then there's a safety pin on the latch, so you can lock that in. But let's try it.
Yeah,
I think we'll be good.
This is pretty.
How you doing?
It's all made, but it's stout. And I can't go.
Like I was saying earlier, this well's about 500 feet down, so that's somewhere around 25 sticks of the 20-foot pipe, 21-foot pipe, and they're estimating it weighs about 12,000 pounds. So what they're gonna do here is they got their blocks laid out here. They're gonna start pulling this up one piece of pipe at a time, and then put a collar on it, unscrew the pipe, and lay it down, and repeat the process until they get all the pipe out of the hole. That shackle on the bottom there. Gonna lower it down just a hair. Right about there. We're getting ready for the moment of truth here. We'll do our first pull on this thing and see if it breaks loose. See, he's putting a little zip tie on there to make sure that that pin doesn't come out of the shackle.
Back in the 80s. And Mammoth Water District employees that I was working with, and I was just supplying the lifting capability, submersible pump, and when we got down to about the last, I don't know if remember if it was one length of pipe or the last 2 lengths of pipe, when they cut the duct tape, the rest of the duct tape failed because the duct tape was what was holding the pump on. The pump had unscrewed itself, and that's why it wasn't working properly. And the pump went to the bottom of the well, 500-600 feet down, and all the cable, all of the wire that was sitting in a pile on the top went over the top, and the guy who cut the duct tape, it grabbed him and pulled him down into a vault that was about like that. And it broke his leg. They airlifted him out, and he ended up being fine. You know, the only injury that he had really was a broken leg and maybe a couple of ribs or something, but I don't want any part of anything like that. So we want to be very, very cognizant of where the cable is, where the people are, where you guys are certainly, and as you're cutting duct tape and things like that, be very, very aware and ready to move, because everybody deserves to go home at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's
Sounds good.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't move forward unless everything's kosher.
Yeah, never have our feet in the wire at all times, too.
Yeah, be very cautious about that wire, because boy, you know, I don't know what's going on with this well.
We none of us do.
So has it just quit pumping?
Yeah, it's got to short down the hole.
Okay.
So it could be a bad
So
splice. There could be many things going on
Sure.
with it. There could be a hole in the pipe. You just don't know. We don't know until we pull it.
Yeah, I
So
get it.
Pretty much you just don't.
Boy, that's what I learned on that job, I'll
Yeah.
tell you.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Alright, it just broke loose. Missed that one. Wish I would have had that on camera. He had a lot of tension on it, and it just popped loose and shot up about a foot. of torque on those wrenches. I can see the handle almost bending a little bit. Almost break it loose. That's a lot of torque. I can. Clayton just showed up with our second load of base for this job. Get this dumped and get back on it. Brian's out there guiding him in. We're running a bunch of loads of this stuff. There we are. So we got our felt down. Brian's kind of spreading a little bit of, sprinkling a little bit just to kind of hold everything down. And I'll get the skid steer and start pushing it on out. Yeah, we got the 3 rows of this stuff out here. It's coming along. So we got 1 layer down of this new material called Pit Run. So second load now. Looks like pretty good material. Soils guy said it was good. So we're good with that. Got a good amount of moisture in it. Just have to add a little bit of water. We replaced all these right here. Do the concrete, you can't even tell.
So they poured all this. Blended it in all nice. Made it look good. Now they're gonna go ahead and paint them. And this one's done. Here we are, finishing up. Last corner piece. Everything else is hung, tightened, ready for the net to go up. And this one's complete right here. Well, here we are at the racket club. Everything is up and straight. Now we're working on putting the wire for the net. Making our way all the way. Putting it down, tighten it up with the turnbuckles, all nice and tight. Should be done within an hour or so. Here's another look on the finished product. All the cable is hung. The poles got straightened out. And the top railing was installed. All these were all bananaed. All these were all really bad. Had to torch them to straighten them out. But it's looking good now. It's ready for the net. And ready for people to start playing here. We're done here. Taking our equipment back. Loading it up. On to the next.